Hello, my name is Matthew Deutsch, and I'm a professional business plan writer. And today we're going to talk about writing a business plan specific for an electrical contracting business. These companies are fantastic. It's something that's always in demand. It's something that most homeowners will refuse to do, myself included. If there's anything wrong with the electric, that's something that immediately a qualified electrician is called out to do. So these businesses have a tremendous amount of stability. In today's discussion, again, we're going to focus on writing the business plan. And the way I always start each plan is with the executive summary. And even though this is the first chapter, I always do this one last, primarily because that serves as a roadmap for the rest of the business. The second chapter I always do in a 9-chapter, 5-appendice format is focusing on the financing. Here there's a discussion of how much capital is needed, how those funds will be used, the type of capital being raised, whether it's an SBA loan or a conventional business loan or private investment. The ownership structure is also discussed during this part of the process as well as a potential exit strategy. If you're ultimately going to sell the business in the future, this is discussed as well. From there, Chapter 3 is always an overview of the services that are going to be provided, whether you're doing generator installations, large-scale electrical contracting in terms of new development. All of those things are very thoroughly covered within the course of that chapter of the plan. Chapter 4 is a short chapter, primarily just covering the background of the owner, as well as sort of the pedigree information of the business about where it's located and any sort of prior corporate history. Chapter 5, I always do a full industry analysis, and that's broken down into 4 sections. The first section being an overview of the current state of the economy, the second part being the industry, the third part is more geared towards the local and regional market in terms of demographics, and then the last section of that is the competitive analysis. If you are needing help with your business plan, feel free to reach us at any time. We can certainly put together a very comprehensive plan for you specific for an electrical contracting business. There's a sample on the website, so that's sort of the look and feel of our work. Chapter 6 is the basis for growth, showcasing the ways that you will expand your business, whether it's by hiring journeyman electricians, training apprentices, expanding your marketing campaigns. All that is discussed within that specific section. Chapter 7 is the marketing plan. In my opinion, the marketing plan is the second most important chapter of any business plan besides the financial modeling. If no one knows about your business, no one's going to be able to call you when they need help with their electrical matters. Here I usually go in about 3 to 4 pages of length in regards to the types of strategies that will be used. Obviously, online marketing, pay-per-click marketing, targeted social media, search engine optimization. All of this should be very thoroughly included in the marketing plan. When it's done by our business, that's probably one of the sections we spend the most time developing. Chapter 8 is an overview of the organization. This includes headcount and salaries for each person, not only staff electricians and the owner, but also administrative staff and support staff as needed. And then the final chapter before the appendices start is the financial plan. Again, of all the sections of the business plan, this one is by far the most important, primarily because it showcases to any potential funding source your ability to generate revenue and make sure that any type of loan is repaid, or in the case of a private investment, that you're going to generate a substantial return on that investment. The 3 main parts of the financial model are the profit and loss statement, the cash flow analysis, and the balance sheet. As it relates to the profit and loss statement, this is always pretty straightforward. Revenue coming in, expenses going out, and what is left over for profit. In regards to expenses, again, facility costs, vehicle costs, payroll, payroll taxes, marketing. Revenue is pretty straightforward, just the amount of money that's coming in. In regards to cost of revenue, that would be the electrical components that are used during the course of installations. If you're going to be doing generator installations, the underlying cost of those systems as well. And those are all included in the profit and loss statement. From there, we develop the cash flow analysis. And this is a little bit more of a complicated statement than the profit and loss, mainly because it looks similar. On the first line is the net profit plus depreciation. And this section tracks the cash of the business. So things like repayment of principal, asset purchases that are made on a yearly basis, distribution of profits, either monthly or quarterly or yearly, is fully incorporated into this financial statement. From there is the balance sheet, and again, that assets, liabilities, and equity. Very straightforward. Assets consist of the cash as well as the fixed assets of the business, such as vehicles and equipment. Liabilities, if you have If you've taken out a business loan, that would be the underlying, it would be under long-term liabilities, that would be there, and equity, which will naturally increase over the years as any sort of loan balance is paid down, as well as the business just expanding through ongoing reinvestment into new assets and having a larger cash base to expand. In any business plan that my firm does, we also include a full break-even analysis, business ratios, and some other financial metrics that just showcase the economic stability of the business. And that's pretty much it. If you want to take a look at the sample business plan, it's below on the link. And if you're in need of a business plan, certainly feel free to reach us at any time. Even if you just have questions, more than happy to answer them for you. We do not charge anything for consultation. So again, if you're struggling with your own plan or just don't know where to start, feel free to reach us anytime. Thank you for taking a look. Take care.